Hi, so today I want to talk a little about the phoneme that I call lurid. That's this phoneme here, this symbol that looks like a bowl of something. I really like the symbol. This phoneme, it's very confusing for us. And I'm going to switch a little to Spanish now for all, those of you here, Spanish native speakers, understand me better. So, este fonema es crazy para todos nosotros porque solemos hacer una U en este fonema. Entonces, todas las palabras que tienen este fonema, esta nota musical que yo llamo lurid, nosotros hacemos una U, y es el caso, por ejemplo, de palabras como book o look o put o full. Solemos siempre hacerlas con la U, entonces estamos diciendo otra palabra. De lurid, si lo queréis hacer para producirlo, lo que tenéis que hacer es un sonido gutural, redondear vuestra boca como si fuese a hacer una U, pero sacáis una O. Entonces queda you see? I love, when I make it, I always make fun of myself when I do these sounds because it's very, different from us. So it's kind of, moving the muscles in a different way and our mouth in a different way we are not used to as Spanish natives. So it's just being curious about the sound, pay attention, and little by little, So if you start to pay attention now how it sounds, so instead of book, it sounds book. Instead of look, it sounds look. Instead of put, it sounds put. For example, when the glass is full of water, but it's not full. You see, full is like the song of the Beatles, the fool in the hill. Tonto, estúpido, that's full, but in this case it's full of fulfillment, So that will be more or less a little introduction into this beautiful phoneme that we Spanish natives got so mispronounced and got so confused with this one. Okay, so to give you a little immersion idea with the word book, I want to share with you one of my last favorite reads this last year that is Educated. It's a memoir. So this type of genre, like memoirs, autobiographies, non-fiction books, are really good if you are, at beginner stages, beginner, the best B1, B2, intermediate levels. Non-fiction is great because these books are more are easier and clear. The language is kind of used to teach you something, so it's kind of much easier than if you go to a novel, like if you go to Jane Austen is crazy because of all the adjectives. To go to non-fiction is great now if you're in this moment of your learning stage, and also you can learn a lot of skills reading interesting books. So developing the reading habit, it's key. I always say that for your English communication skills in general. So I will recommend you nonfiction, and this is a great one, Educated. So just gonna give you a little my little review on this book very quickly. So Educated, it's this memoir. It became a New York Times bestseller. It was written by Tara Westover, and Tara tells about her story, her life story. So Tara was raised by a very peculiar family because their family, they were Mormons. So this is like a cult in the States, and the father was not, he didn't rely in any type of government, or, the kids didn't have birth certificates, neither they had medical record, completely out of society. So this reminds me of this movie, Captain Fantastic. I don't know if you watched the movie. I love the movie by Viggo Mortensen, really good. Very similar kind of line of idea. So for me, this type of stories are really interesting because they made me question a lot of things. I put myself in Tara's shoes, so try to understand, because that's kind of maybe the beautiful aspect I like about the memoir, that it's not black and white. It has a lot of grays. So maybe you think, style, you as a reader, you're like judging the father, judging the people in the cult, but then you from another perspective, you think is that sometimes you are kind of indoctrinated into certain beliefs, and that's the way it is, so in a way I can understand the father. Maybe I don't agree with him, but I can understand why he was not relying in the government, because for instance in this pandemic, media has been crazy. To develop your own discernment, to follow your own intuition, I think that's so important. Maybe now more than ever to develop those skills of discernment. of what is it that you really think and what is your opinion really about something, not because an expert tells you this is it, you know, but because of your own experience and because of your own research on that topic. And maybe that's what I love most about Educated. I think it's such an interesting book to read. If you have read it, please share with me what you think. Also, you can practice your, you know, writing skills when you comment. I want to share your opinion about the book. Or if you have read any other memoir or autobiography that you find really interesting, also for people that are beginners, you know, that are starting with English language, to share the ideas will be great.